Hello to my lovely new customer. I record this video for all of my new customers just to be a really quick intro, and if you've been to one of my classes, a bit of a recap of some of the key things that I talked about. But the first thing that I want to do in this video is just cover off the top 10 oils, which are the oils that underpin the majority of the enrollment kits that people decide to purchase, to give you lots of tips and tricks to help you get underway with your essential oils. In my welcome email to you, I've also included a whole bunch of resources. There's the 150 uses for the top 10 oils guide, there's a diffuser guide, and also some recommendations on social accounts to follow for other tips and ideas. There is an information product sheet on every single oil on the doTERRA website, so if you have a particular oil in your kit or in your order that you would like to understand how you can be using, you can just simply search the name of that oil on the website, or even simply just punching in doTERRA and the name of the oil into Google. You will see a whole bunch of things come up of what different people recommend, doTERRA resources, and other broader information about essential oils as well. So get researching, but this, as I said, is just some really quick tricks and tips to help you get underway. So in the top 10 oils, we have got 6 single oils and 4 blends. So starting off with the single oils, we start off with an oil like lavender. So lavender is your oil for calm and for sleep. We want to put this in the diffuser or even applying it topically along the spine and along the soles of our feet to help us calm before bedtime. I really recommend using an oil like lavender to be your anchor, or an anchor for the family, as that reminder, that sense and that reminder that it's time for sleep or it's time to calm down when we smell lavender. So as I said, popping this in the diffuser in the hours before bedtime, or even as you go to bed, perhaps even in the kids' room as well, is a really great way to promote calm. Blending that with an oil like frankincense is also a really beautiful calming blend as well. All of my new customers also get a bottle of wild orange oil when they join, and I love these 3 in the diffuser. It's such a beautiful blend, and it's really beautiful and calming, especially for the end of the day. If we're diluting on the soles of our feet, if for adults, you can simply just pop a bit of carrier oil in your hand and add a drop of lavender oil into it, rub it in and apply it into the soles of the feet or along our spine, or you may actually have a pre-made roller made up. I do give all of my customers a couple of those to help you get started. Just make sure you're adhering to those dilution ratios that I've provided to you in the guide, so that we're diluting appropriately for children versus adults, for example. Lavender has got so many uses, but ultimately it's the oil for calm. I touched on frankincense before. Frankincense is a powerhouse oil. It's the king of oils. It has so many wonderful benefits, primarily for its calming and grounding nature. So it's a beautiful oil to use for anxiety and for calm, as I said, pairing it with an oil like lavender as we wind down toward the end of the day. You may choose to diffuse it. Some people do pop a drop under their tongue if you choose to take oils internally. I really like, if I'm feeling a bit anxious or overwhelmed, to simply add a drop of frankincense into the palm of my hand, rub together, let it settle for a couple of seconds, and then inhale deeply like that. Do that with some deep breathing, maybe 5 to 10 deep breaths, and you'll really feel that pretty instant sense of calm as the frankincense oil is absorbed into our system. Frankincense is a beautiful oil to help us heal and help us get better, especially if we've been unwell. The primary benefits of frankincense is that it is helping promote healthy cellular regeneration and healthy cellular function. So if you're sick, frankincense oil is a beautiful oil to add into a blend to help you get better. It's also a really beautiful oil for our skin. So repairing that second layer of skin just under the surface. So adding this to your moisturizer day or night. I personally add it to my night skincare routine, and I simply add a drop of frankincense into my hand with my moisturizer and put on my face. You're also getting those calming benefits of frankincense as you're winding down for bedtime. Frankincense can also enhance the benefits of other oils that it's paired with. So when in doubt, always add some frankincense. It's a beautiful oil and one that everyone loves, and you will certainly learn a lot about its uses and benefits over time. There's plenty of research online about it. Whilst I'm on the topic of lavender and frankincense, and as I mentioned, talking about skin, so I actually add lavender to my morning skincare routine. So I either do a dash of lavender or a dash of geranium in my moisturizer in the morning. That evens and brightens skin tone, and then, as I said, I do frankincense in the evening. When we talk about supporting the skin, the powerhouse trio of oils is lavender, frankincense, and tea tree. So lavender is removing that redness, promoting even skin tone and brightness. Frankincense is repairing from the inside out, and tea tree is the antiseptic oil. So if we've got any abrasions, cuts, scrapes, tea tree is a really beautiful oil to obviously keep the area clean and help it heal quickly. When we are talking about skin conditions like eczema or dermatitis, any kind of skin conditions, this combination of oils in something like a shea butter, there are some beautiful natural remedy recipes online, can be really, really powerful. And that's something that I've certainly had success with in managing my son's eczema symptoms. So the dry skin, by making up a salve and applying that morning and night, not only are we treating the dry skin, but we're also healing the skin from the inside out to stop the eczema from breaking out in the first place. So lavender, tea tree, and frankincense is a great combination for all things skin related. If you're DIYing bath products, either for your kids or for yourself, this can be another beautiful blend of oils to add into your natural soap to, as I said, have those cleansing and repairing properties and also calming properties. Going into another powerhouse oil is peppermint oil. So peppermint oil has got so many benefits. If you've smelt it, you know how potent it is, and one drop definitely does go a long way. It's a great oil for energy, for promoting focus, and really just sort of awakening us. So you might do that by simply smelling from the bottle, or once again putting a drop in the palm of your hand and inhaling a couple of times. That can be a really great thing to do in the afternoon if you're in the afternoon slump, or just even, I personally do it when I've had a rough night with the kids and I'm really tired. I'll actually just grab some peppermint oil and give myself that pep up to get me going in the morning. Peppermint and wild orange blended together in a diffuser is a really popular blend for focus. So if you've got a task or something that requires attention or deep work, if you've got kids who you're wanting them to focus on their homework, I really recommend putting peppermint and wild orange in the diffuser. It's a fantastic blend, something great for the office, something great for home. The other thing that we can use peppermint for is for relieving tension. So if you've got any tension in the neck or in the shoulders, you might want to get some kind of a carrier oil like your coconut oil, add a drop of peppermint and massage that into these affected areas, up into some of those pressure points up behind the base of our neck and behind the ears as well. This is not only relieving tension, but the cooling sensation of peppermint oil being on the skin helps to sort of awaken us and alleviate some of that tension we might be feeling. I also love using peppermint before I exercise, so I will inhale peppermint and rub some onto my chest with a carrier oil to open up my airways, and studies have actually been done to show that peppermint oil does improve the oxygenation levels of our blood when we exercise, which ultimately will enhance your athletic performance. So peppermint oil is a fantastic one for that. It's also great for flavoring chocolate, so your hot chocolates, your bliss balls, just go really easy. You only need a couple of drops max for a full batch of something like a bliss ball recipe. So that's peppermint. Lemon oil is another oil that we can use for food flavoring as well. Lemon is such a diverse oil. It's got detoxifying properties, so it's beautiful for internal detoxification and also for detoxifying surfaces and the air. So if we're using it to kill things that might be germs that might be lurking around in the air, or also cleaning our surfaces like our benches and things like that, lemon is super powerful. It's also fantastic for soaking fruit and veggies in if you're wanting to remove anything that might be sitting on the skin of the fruit and veggies that you buy. Simply just filling the sink with cold water and adding 3 or 4 drops of lemon oil into that, and then popping the veggies in and the fruit. You might leave that for 10 to 15 minutes, and then you will see the stuff that has come off, like the dirt and the sediment and anything else funky that might be on the veggies has come off and is sitting at the bottom of the sink. So lemon oil is fantastic for that. Some people do choose to add a drop to their water in lieu of using fresh lemon, which you can do if you choose to take your oils internally as well. And as I said, blending it with some of those more immune support based oils when we're sick, because of its detoxifying properties, is really great to help us avoid getting sick in the first place, but if we are sick, to help us get well again. Lemon oil is something that you will go through a lot. It's a super affordable oil, and it's something that you'll just reach for again and again. Talking about when we're sick, obviously the oils are so powerful for that. So the primary oil that you want to reach for whenever you feel like you need to support your immune system, or you feel like sickness is lurking in your house, is On Guard, our protective blend. So this is where you want to obviously aim to prevent getting sick in the first place. So In the months where I guess germs are spreading around more, change of season, or in the winter time, you might like to make up a roller and a roll on guard along your spine and along the soles of your feet every day. Certainly if you've got kids going to childcare or to school, I highly recommend doing that, obviously just with appropriate dilution. So oils like On Guard and lemon are designed to detoxify and help us avoid getting sick in the first place. So you might pop these oils in the diffuser or have that roller blend going and do that as a method of prevention. But when we actually get sick, obviously we want to, fight whatever bug is in our system, but then also help us to get well again. So there's a pretty popular blend of oils that a lot of people reach for when sickness has hit the house. So if it's a cold or if it's a virus or something that we just either want to stop spreading or help people to fight quickly, you use your On Guard and your lemon. You add in an oil like tea tree for its antiseptic properties. Oregano, this is a powerhouse antibacterial oil. This bottle will probably outlive you. It is used rarely, but when you use it, it is super powerful. So here we've got a whole bunch of cleansing oils, which are going to help us kill the germs that are lurking. But then we also want to add in something like a frankincense. So frankincense is going to help us get well again. You might choose to put these oils in the diffuser. I give sort of specific blend ratios on how to do that. We add more of the On Guard and the lemon, just a couple of the oregano and tea tree, and a couple of the frankincense as well. Or you may even choose to have a roller made up. So I actually have this roller made up. This is for my husband and I, so adult dilution ratios, and then I've got a more diluted one for my son. And when something hits the house and I don't want it to spread, we get this out, and it's morning and night along the spine and along the soles of the feet. You could also add some of these oils into a veggie cap and take it internally. Certainly if I've had some kind of a cold, I'll also use oils like this in a steam bowl to help clear that congestion. I had a shocking sinus infection a couple of months ago, and by using these types of oils, rolling them onto those areas, doing the steam bowls, inhaling the oils directly, and really just keeping on top of my symptoms, I was actually able to clear the infection without having to have antibiotics, which was great. Another oil that we'll use a lot if we are unwell is Easy Air. So this is for all things nasal and chest. So if we want to clear those areas and clear congestion, so you might inhale it directly from the bottle, popping it in the diffuser with lavender to help promote calm and restful sleep when we're congested is amazing. It's actually a beautiful blend even if you're not congested. A lot of people just choose to do it anyway. And it's also really great for people with hay fever or allergy symptoms. So Easy Air is a go-to oil for many people. You may also choose to dilute it with coconut oil and rub it onto your chest and back to clear up anything that might be lurking in your chest. So there are lots of oils that we can help when we've got colds and viruses and those kind of things that are floating around. The other thing that a lot of people suffer from is tummy issues. So Digest Zen is your go-to for anything related to your tummy. So gas, bloating, or more of those acute yucky spew and poo events. What we would generally do with this one is dilute it with some carrier oil and massage clockwise onto the tummy to help restore healthy regular function in that area. Or some people may choose to add it to a dash of warm water and take it internally. I certainly wouldn't recommend that for kids, and once again, as adults, it's totally up to you if you choose to take your oils internally. Personally, I find if I'm really crampy or really bloated for some reason, if I do one drop of this in some warm water and shot it, my symptoms are gone in 10 to 15 minutes. I certainly wouldn't do that every day, but when I need it, I find it gives me that really great relief. If you are traveling to a country where food poisoning is a threat, make sure you have Digest Zen, because even as you're going through something like that, you want to be massaging it into your tummy area to help restore that area and get it back to healthy function. The final oil in the top 10 oils is Ice Blue. This is our athletic blend. It's for all things muscle and joint related. So sore muscles, sore joints, aches and pains. You want to get this oil with a carrier oil and massage it into the affected area. With massage, it will warm up and warm that area and soothe the discomfort that you might be experiencing. And you can apply that as often as you like to alleviate the pain that you might be experiencing. As I mentioned, applying topically to skin, remember just use an organic carrier oil, whether you've chosen the doTERRA coconut oil or you've got your own. Make sure that you adhere to those dilution ratios that I've included in my welcome email to you. And also with your diffuser, you don't need to properly clean it out every time you use it. We do recommend every 1 to 2 weeks cleaning it out, running some water with a dash of white vinegar through it for about 5 minutes. Then tip out the vinegar and then spray it with a really gentle surface spray. Give it a good wipe around the edges so that no grime builds up, and that's it. But otherwise you can simply just tip the water out and refill it. Enjoy your oils and let me know if you've got any questions.